Hi guys, so it's Alex here, and I have
Jason!
You really had to override my intro?
I did.
I thought I was gonna get hit. Okay. Please don't. Okay. Don't cry. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Stop. It does not look like a heart. This look like a heart. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so I have a very important video. As you guys know, if you keep up with this YouTube channel, I made a video about bullying, which was very deep and personal. And there's another personal video that I personally wanted to do because it's personal. But it's very serious to me and Jason. And it's just something close that we really feel like we should talk about because we hear it all the time, and it's just something that people need to hear a different side of, and our topic is about just people and
their lifestyles.
Yes, their lifestyles.
Certain lifestyles that they choose.
Yes, which in this case, obviously, we're talking about a person's choice to be gay. Or bi, because that is true. But me, in particular, if Jason doesn't mind, I'll go first. I don't feel like a person chooses it if you're really serious about it. I mean, I feel like it's something you're born with, which is a reason why I'm very supportive of it, because it's something that person is. That's something that is essential to their being, that you can't tell them it's wrong. It's part of them. How are you going to tell them they're wrong? That's why I don't, personally, I'm straight. I have a boyfriend and I've been in a relationship for about 2 years, I know I'm straight and I haven't had, any thoughts like that, but I still don't find a reason to be offensive about it. I don't find a reason to, be putting it down, holding people down, so.
As she said, people are born like it. Well, some people, they can choose to be it from bad experiences, but that should not be the reason you are that way. You should be that way because you are born that way. I'm not saying you shouldn't choose to be that way, because that's just kind of mean. But, as she said, most people are born that way. I knew from a very young age I was different. I didn't know how I was different, but I knew I was. And I figured it out when I was 13, which is actually a very young age to figure it out. Most people don't figure it out until their high school years and, sophomore, junior year. I figured out my 8th grade year. Beautiful. It was. I figured out I don't like girls. Just didn't work for me. I don't know why. It's just that's not how it is. I like the males.
I do too. They're very cute.
We like boys, and that is that.
So another thing that's come up a lot is, especially in our state, who shall remain nameless because I don't want creepers, is we had a legislative to make gay marriage, actually, I believe the amendment was to keep it from being brought up again.
They were going to ban gay marriage.
Yeah, which, honestly, I feel you can't do. I mean, I'm Christian, my religion is my religion, and honestly, I feel like the marriage term is, more, sacred, but that's not to say that you can't tell them not to get married. I mean, because that's just something you don't tell black people they can't get married. You can't tell white people they can't get married. Your race is part of you. Your gender is part of you. And so is your sexual orientation. That's a part of you. You can't tell somebody they cannot do something because of something that is a permanent part of them. I love who I love. He loves who he loves. What's the difference?
And if people want to bring law to it, in the Constitution it says all men are equal.
And girls. That counts for girls too. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell somebody in a free country that they can't do something. And while that has limits, this is not one of those limits. I feel like marriage is sacred, but and then there's the religious side of it where people don't want it to be called a marriage, because marriage is in the church, and they say in the Bible that from a Christian person who is on the opposing side, they say that in the Bible it says a man and a woman. Well, actually, historically, there are gay people in the Bible, and historically, homosexuality was accepted. It was history. It happens. And from a religious point of view, if it's a sin, you're not allowed to judge. Ye who has no sin, cast the first stone. Or, excuse me if I have that wrong. Jesus died for our sins is my belief. So, if it's a sin, then it shall be forgiven, or they can take it up with their maker. Like, it's not our place to judge. I am not here to say that being gay is wrong. I'm not here to say, you walking this earth is a sin. No, because I don't personally believe that. But if it is a problem, you don't get to choose. That's between them and God, and they will deal with that when the time comes.
And if they want to bring up the Bible, it also says the woman is a subservient to the man. You don't see a woman kissing a man's foot if they tell her to.
No.
Also, it says
no.
birds will flock together, or it's some quote something like that. Which, if so, that means black and white people can't get married. You don't see that happening.
Personally, that would mean I couldn't marry my boyfriend because he is another race, and which would kill me because he's amazing, in my personal opinion. Be quiet, Jason. So, all in all, I find the whole thing ridiculous, and I'm going to a youth conference, and I prioritized it number 2.
I'm
trying to get him to, and every year they bring up it's usually on Human and Sexuality Committee, but they also have it. They have it this year on civil rights, and that's because it really is a civil rights issue. You can't tell it's their right as a human being to marry who they want, and I just don't feel like the law can tell them they can't do that. And isn't it separation of church and state? But that's an iffy thing because I need to read up on civics.
It is separation of church and state,
the only problem I have with that is you have to figure out the whole, since marriage, do you consider marriage a legal thing or do you consider marriage a religious thing?
Well, it's used to be a religious thing, but since it's evolved so much, it's broken away from that, I believe.
Yeah, it's the whole issue of a name. Civil unions are legal in places, and then it's not called marriage. It's just the whole thing of a person is a person. Dr. Seuss says a person's a person, no matter how small. And we all see how much of a genius he was, see?
Quote and unquote.
Yes, quote and unquote. Dr. Seuss was a genius, and we had a green eggs and day ham at school for him, so obviously he's a smart guy if we get to have green eggs and ham for him. I'm just saying.
So, I think we're about to wrap this up.
I mean, people have their personal opinions, and if it's your personal opinion that is wrong, that's cool. Just don't go blatantly offend somebody. Don't call them out. Don't use that word that I don't say because I find it wrong.
Starts with the F.
Ends with a T. And has a couple G's in between. Which it's wrong. I made a video about bullying, and this is another thing. You can't bully somebody because of how they love somebody.
If so, we could bully you because of your religion, which that does happen, which is totally wrong. If you find that wrong, this is the same thing. It's like bullying because someone has a different eye color than you. Trying to get rid of gay marriage is like genocide.
You cannot tell somebody how to live because of something that is a part of them. That is my whole stance on it, I have family members who disagree with me, and that's their right to disagree with me, but they don't mess with Jason. They all love Jason. Because Jason's just a kid. Come on. If our friend is bi, she's a kid. She is a person, no matter how you want to say it. And bullying somebody, especially in the news today, because kids have been killing themselves over this. Feel some regret. You bullied somebody to the point of dying. I actually told... And it's not just kids, let me be clear, because I actually told a staff member of my school, I asked him why he got paid by Guilford County when he did not stop a kid being bullied for being gay, repeatedly, for 3 months. There were altercations in class involving me. There were always arguments, and he did nothing about it, so I asked him why he got paid. He asked me if I wanted to go to the principal, and I said, send me to the principal, I'll tell her you're not doing your job and not defending a student. So, needless to say, I'm a little passionate on this subject.
As am I.
So, like I said, our opinions are our opinions. This is the way he's going to live. This is the way, family members are going to live. This is the way any person who chooses this lifestyle or is born into this lifestyle. This is what they are. You can't change them. And you know what? I love Jason.
I love you
Jason
too.
is my best friend for like over 6 years here, and I don't look at. He told me he was gay, and I was like, "Oh, really? Can we go boy shopping? Like, now? Can we go shopping?"
I told my mom, and she was just all like, "Okay." I was like, "No questions." She was like, "Are you still a virgin?" And I was like, "Yes, Mom. Thanks." Okay.
That's awkward conversation. Yeah. So my mom did the same thing. Mom, Jason's gay. Oh, really? Cool. Is he staying the night again? Please. Cool. He's a person. He's like my best friend. He's still Jason. He didn't change to me when he told me. And yeah, this is a long video, but it's something that we're going to talk about. And there are going to be more videos about this, I guarantee you, because...
Definitely. Probably one day next year when I'm angry because somebody said something to me, you will hear me go off on a rant.
I just don't find, I don't find that you can put them down for how they believe. You can't bully them for what they are. You can't tell them not to get married. It's something that the law shouldn't be involved in at all. So, our conclusion. I'm getting grumpy. So this is to our state senators and our state senators out there who do not believe the way we do. Use your head, think logically, use the law to actually help the people who vote you in office, because they vote too. If you're going to go and ban something that is so personal, you're going to have flashback. You're going to have feedback, and it might not be what you want. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. Hint, hint, stomp, stomp, wink, wink. Anyway,
nod, nod.
Nod, nod.
All right.
Clap, clap.
So, I think we're going to go now. So
we're going to go plot another video, but thank you guys for listening. And if you stayed through to this whole moment of this really long video, I'm going to be like, I love you.
Thank you guys. Thanks for subscribing if you do. If not,
subscribe, leave a comment. Please don't make us angry, because we will fight you on YouTube. We will be that immature person to get into a fight with you in comments. Please use moderation if you disagree with us, just out of respect, we love him, he's beautiful. So, just leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in another video.
Bye.
Bye.